everyone, and welcome to Long's Toys. Today I have a Shuriken Sentai Ninninger review for you. This is from the Otomonin series, EX Dino Maru. So as you can see here, he is a large orange dinosaur, kind of resembling a T-Rex. I think that's kind of what they're going for, although his arms are much larger than a T-Rex's would normally be. As you can see, he has a robot mode, and he also has connectivity here with Shuriken, so we'll take a look at that. Just scoping out the packaging real quick. Basically just kind of shows you what's coming in here. You know, all the different playability that it has. Not really much on there. The Shuriken that it comes with obviously has compatibility with the Ichibanto, which we'll also take a look at. So pretty neat packaging, I like it a lot. But we'll go ahead and get him out of the packaging and take a closer look. Alright, so here's all of the pieces that you get in the box here. Some of you may realize off the bat that he's kind of a repaint slash retool of Maru, the elephant, because he has the same kind of legs here, and the robot's kind of similar. But there definitely has been a decent amount of new pieces and retooling here. First up here is the Shuriken. I love this face. I think that looks absolutely fantastic. Really like that. No lights down here. This is just a sticker. But he has 3 sounds he makes. So that's what he says. This is the blade of the Shuriken. A little bit of a softer plastic, but not too bad. You can go ahead and click that on. Oop, get on there. And then you can click it in. It will not change the sounds. It does not make a new sound when you click it on. As you can see, it's same sounds. So I'm going to put him off to the side. We'll come back to him later. But zooming out, so you get a dinosaur headpiece. Nice, really nice paint here. Gold, green eye, silver. Like the look of that a lot. Mouth opens, and he does have some neck articulation. Pretty much just those two back and forth. Tail, very nice, mostly gray, a little bit of orange here. This can flip down so that it can be a blade for Shuriken. Otherwise, you have one point of articulation here for the tail. These pieces, very, very similar to Maru's. They don't have the axe thing molded here on the back. Have some nice silver. These almost kind of look like this gray piece kind of looks like it moves. And then the way you can see here, it's like a little bit lighter orange, this piece. And it looks like this might flip out or something. But they do not move. This is all solid. None of this moves. The feet, the pegs, none of that moves. So don't break it trying to move them. Then you have the little robot. I'll try to get close in here on his face because it's a pretty awesome little face sculpt. You can see he's just got kind of like a big jaw. Lots of teeth all around. I like that a lot. Love the green eyes. Green eyes here. And I love the little fin on the back of his head. Very cool there. The rest of him is mostly orange. He's got a little bit of silver here on the front. A little bit of silver here on the back. So we'll start off with the Dino mode. Get him transformed here. You're going to want to put these two face him backwards because these are going to be the front, claws of the feet of the Dino, and just rock him back one articulation click. He's going to be pretty back heavy at that point. But you're going to go ahead and put these on first. This clip is going to clip on right there. Oh, I'm sorry. First, push the head in. I always forget to do that. Push the head in first. Then clip this on. Clip this one on the same. So that'll balance out the weight a little bit. Dino head. Give it its articulation click. And then you just slide it on. You can see there's kind of a little peg on each side. And that's just like a channel. You can see it right there and there. So that just slides right on like that. Boom. Open the mouth if you like. Keep it closed. Up to you. You're going to bring the Shuriken back in because the Shuriken is going to plug onto his butt. So there you go. You're going to want to do that with this piece facing up. You're going to fold the face part up because then you're going to bring this in. And these two clips are going to clip into this clip and this clip. Make sure that it is articulated the right way. Come on. There we go. And then you have the one bend in the tail. And there you go. You have Dino Maru. Very cool. I like it a lot. He's a crazy orange dino. From this side, you see a lot of the screw holes, so I like to show him from this side. But I like it. I mean, he's mostly orange, but I feel like he's got a nice enough silver to break up the color scheme. I love the green eyes. Mouth opens and closes. Again, that's pretty much all you're going to get for articulation in this mode. But it looks good. I like it a lot. I think it's fun. So now we'll go ahead and we will move on to the robot mode. So I've disassembled the dinosaur mode and I've removed the shuriken because the robot mode does not use the shuriken. Start with this piece. Flip the head back up because you're going to need that. You're going to take the dino part, and this is how the neck was for the dino mode. You're going to want to make sure this is up so that it's straight, because when you go ahead and slide this on, same kind of channel that was on the other section, you're going to see this is going to complete his hands. So he's going to have his hands at a 45 degree or 90 degree angle at all times. It kind of looks like he's holding like a giant dino head blaster. You could pretend fire. So it's kind of cool. I like it. Now that makes him pretty front heavy. You're going to take these. This clip right here is going to clip onto the back here. Going to do that on both sides. Now unfortunately, just like Pao and Maru, his head's almost completely covered in shadow now because it's so far back. You're going to take this. Oops. And these two top clips, not the clips you use for the shuriken, but these two gray ones, are going to clip on here. There you go. And then you can bend the tail back down, and that can kind of act as a third leg, keep him stabilized. I like the look of him. I think it's cool. It definitely feels like he's got a lot of firepower, especially if you pretend this is a blaster, and then he's got these two shoulder blasters. So it's a lot of firepower, and I like the look of him. It's just a shame the head gets so covered in shadow. I mean, you can easily pop these off if you want, and then you can just have them like this so you can see his head. You know, this piece doesn't connect to them, so you can easily pop them off. Just a preference thing, whatever you like. Or if you want to compromise, you could pop on one. Whatever you like. But I think that's neat. It gives you a lot of options. It's a decent looking robot mode. I think it's cool. I like it a lot. So now we'll go ahead and we'll check out the shuriken with the Ichibanto. Alright, so taking a look at functionality with the Ichibanto. If you have this thing, it's really up to you to time it correctly, because if you just kind of put it on and you don't have it timed right, it's not going to match. So I have it back to the beginning now. Now if you just pop it on, give it a spin, it's not really going to do much, but I guess this one... So that just says that the first one is Otomonin Shuriken, so that doesn't really match up with the morphing sound. The second one doesn't really match up either. I mean, I guess it kind of matches up if you want to pretend the Dino Jaw is a spell or a... not spell, but like finishing attack or something like that. But the one that really matches up is the third one to call, Mecha. So the third one is the one that really matches up with, summoning the Maru or Otomonin, and then it says Dino Maru. So the other ones, you can do whatever you want, but again, like if you press this one and it's not lined up to the right sound, so you have to make sure it's lined up correctly. The sword is not going to know which one to press because that's not how this works. The trigger just presses the... What did I do? In any case... I'm breaking it now. This trigger just pushes the button on the back here, so it doesn't know which one to use. You have to make sure it's lined up correctly so that when you use the Otomonin summoning button, you get... So it's up to you. But I mean, it's cool. It works with it. It's nice. All right, so I've set up Shuriken to be all ready to plug in Dino Maru. You're just going to go ahead and unplug the tail, unplug the two shoulder cannons. You're going to take this guy and, put him in the standard leg crouch position. And it is important to note that the legs do move independently of each other, which is always nice. So you're just going to slide him in. And you can make sure these are back. Because of the way his arms are, it's pretty easy to get him to hold the controls. So you can just rotate them back. So there you go. You got him right there. Bring in the Shuriken on top. So I really love that music. I think that's really fun. It's almost like a mix between like kind of caveman sounds or tribal drums or something like that. I'm going to go ahead and do the whole connection again just because I really like that music. So I think that's pretty neat. I like that a lot. You can bring the tail back in now, like I showed you before. Pop that piece out, and that can be a big sword, which is pretty cool. I like the look of that. Now you're left with these two pieces, and what I think the directions tell you to do is to put one in his hand like this. There you go. It's a little tight on the Dragon Maru for some reason. So I don't really know what that's supposed to be because Pao and Maru had axes molded on here, so at least that was supposed to be an axe. So I don't know. It's just kind of like holding up a turkey leg or something he's going to hit somebody with. What I have seen some other people online do is put the other one in the back of his hand like this. And I have to say I do think that looks pretty cool. If I can find the... There we go. So that almost kind of looks like a bow, which is kind of cool. Let me see if I can adjust this up. It's pretty big to get all in shot, but yeah, so I mean that, I think if you want to think of it as that looks kind of like a bow, I think that's a pretty neat idea to do, or just kind of like a staff or something to hit somebody with. So I mean, if you want to do that, you could do just one, whatever you like, it's completely your preference, but he's got some good weapons. I think, like I said, I absolutely love this mask. I mean, from the minute I saw pictures of it, I thought that is such a Dino mask. It kind of reminds me of G1 Grimlock's like face. So, of course, I love that. But it definitely gives me a rough, tough Dino feel. I think it's a perfectly designed faceplate there. I love that a lot. And I even like the crest here on the Shuriken. I think that looks pretty good. Dino head on the front's nice. And the orange goes well. I mean, it's another new color to break it up. It's not such a stark contrast as, say, the light blue or the green. But the orange looks good. I like it a lot. I think it's pretty excellent. And I love dinos, so anytime you throw dinos into something, you gotta love it. But yeah, I think it's a great combination. Lots of accessories here, and love the Shuriken head. So I think this guy's a lot of fun. I'm a sucker for dinos, so anytime you want to throw a dinosaur into the mix, I'm going to love it. It's nice to get another orange Zord because it's not a color we see very often. And I think they did a great job painting it. The silver, the gold, the green accents on the orange really work well, and I do think that it looks really, really good. I love the paint job on it. It's, I don't know which of the four is my favorite out of the support Zords that we've gotten so far. I have no idea if this guy will show up in the show. He's EX because he is from the movie, the summer movie. Yeah, I think he's great. I definitely recommend picking him up. Like I said, I don't know if we'll see any more support Zords. I kind of don't know in what direction the show is going, but I'd love to see some more, but this guy might be the last one. But I think all four have been really great, and I think this guy is a great last one to get. Even though he is a repaint / retool of Pao and Maru, he feels different enough to be his own Otomonin, and I think he's great. So if you get a chance to get a hold of this guy, if you've been collecting these so far, I definitely think he's worth adding to your collection. But let me know what you guys think. If you have different opinions, if you agree, I'd like to hear all viewpoints. Let me know in the comments below. Please like and share this video. Please subscribe if you haven't already. I hope you've enjoyed this look at Otomonin Series EX Dino Maru from Shuriken Sentai Ninninger. And thanks for watching.